I'm Edward.
I am Kelly.
And I am Muffer.
And we are the facilitators for this evening. Our topic for tonight is Norwegian literature.
Enjoy!
Alright, thank you for your participation, guys. So now, let's start the formal discussion.
Hello everyone, so now I'm going to discuss the Kingdom of Norway. The name of Norway was originated from the phrase the Northern Way. The country of Norway is located in the northern region of Europe continent. Norway's capital and most popular city is Oslo City. This is an economic stable country. It is partially dependent on its natural resources and agricultural products. There are many tourist destinations in the country, so I will just give two, the Vilmondes and the Telemark Canal. Okay, now let's proceed to Norwegian literature. The history of Norwegian literature starts with the pagan Eddic poems and skaldic verse of the 9th and 10th centuries with poets such as Bragi Boddason and Eyvinder Skaldespiller. The arrival of Christianity around the year 1000 brought Norway into the contact with European medieval learning, hagiography, and history writing. Merged with native oral tradition and Icelandic influence, this was to flower into an active period of literature production in the late 12th and early 13th centuries. Major works of that period include Historia Norvegiae, Stedrek's Saga and Konungsskugga. The period from the 14th century up to 19th is considered a dark age in the nation's literature, though Norwegian-born writers such as Peter Clausen Friis and Ludvig Holberg contributed to the common literature of Denmark-Norway. With the advent of nationalism and struggle for independence in the early 19th century, a new period of national literature emerged. In a flood of nationalistic romanticism, the Great Four emerged: Henrik Ibsen, Bernstein Bernson, Alexander Kielland, and Jonas Lied. The dramatist Henrik Wergeland was the most influential author of the period, while the later works of Henrik Ibsen were to earn Norway a key place in Western European literature. Modernist literature was introduced to Norway through the literature of Knut Hamsun and Sigbjørn Alsfelder in the 1890s. In the 1930s, Emil Boysen, Gunnar Larsen, Hakun Bogmart, Rolf Stenersen, and Edith Elberg were among the Norwegian authors who experimented with prose modernism.
So Henrik Ibsen was born on March 20, 1828 in Ski, Norway. Ibsen had a long and seemingly happy marriage to Susanna Day Thoresen. He had only one child whose name is Sigurd. Henrik Ibsen also had a son from an earlier relationship. He had fathered a child with a maid in 1846 while working as an apprentice. While he provided some financial support, Ibsen never met the boy. So in 1862, he was exiled to Italy, where he wrote the tragedy Brand. In 1868, Ibsen moved to Germany, where he wrote one of his famous works, which is the play A Doll's House. By 1891, Ibsen had returned to Norway a literary hero. He died on May 23, 1906 in Oslo, Norway. As a child, Henrik Ibsen showed little sign of the theatrical genius he would become. He grew up in the small Norwegian coastal town of Skien as the oldest of 5 children born to Nod and Mercien Ibsen. His father was a successful merchant, and his mother painted, played the piano, and loved to go to the theater. Ibsen himself experienced an interest in becoming an artist as well. In 1891, Ibsen returned to Norway as a literary hero. He may have left as a frustrated artist, but he came back as an internationally known playwright. For as much of his life, Ibsen had lived an almost reclusive existence, but he seemed to thrive in the spotlight in his later years, becoming a tourist attraction of sorts in Christiania. In his final years in 1900, Ibsen had a series of strokes that left him unable to write. He managed to live for several more years, but he was not fully present during much of this time. Ibsen died on May 23, 1906. His last words were, "To the contrary," in Norwegian. Considered a literary titan at the time of his passing, he received a state funeral from the Norwegian government. So, in addition about Henrik Ibsen also wrote around 300 poems. While Ibsen may be gone, his work continues to be performed around the world, like Peer Gynt, A Doll's House, and Hedda Gabler are the most widely produced plays today. So before we end up for tonight's presentation, please allot a few minutes to watch the synopsis of the story A Doll's House by Henrik Ibsen, for you to have an idea about what is the story all about.
Don't recognize my face. Everybody knows you can. Feel like I'm running in place. Everything's changed. I'm gonna move. She's gonna move to the country so I can see the stars.